Focus here. Work with me, people. Please look deeply into my eyes. This is important. You heard it here first. Life is short. Too short to do something you don't love. A lifetime of 70, 80, even 100 years looks like a long time when you're young. But ask an older person what they think, and they'll tell you it's not. What they will also tell you is even when the body ages, the mind doesn't have to. In fact, it can grow stronger and wiser with age because they know who they are. They know what they like and don't like and make better and faster decisions. This is how the mind compensates for the loss of youth, so we can still thrive. Now, by reverse engineering that wisdom and prioritizing the way we value time, we can learn to expand time and do more of the things we want. And I'm going to show you how. I'm author Andy Brown, and you're watching The Mindset of Greatness. These videos are teaching you to use your subconscious mind, the most powerful force on earth, to accomplish things that you previously thought were not possible. And all you have to do is watch. Our next mystery of life is time. Let's unpack it. We view our life through the lens of time. It's simple to demonstrate. Everything I say immediately becomes the past. The future doesn't exist, and the present only exists in flashes. As we mature, we become aware of the palpable nature of time, like being caught up in a wave that we can't step out of. People often say that time flies as we get older, and understanding that phenomenon is insightful. A little math. When we're 2 years old, each year is 50% of our life, and many of our experiences are new experiences. Now let's flip that. When we're 50, each year is 2% of our life, and many of our experiences are routine. But the mind abhors routines because routines erase time. Let me say that a better way. Unproductive and non-creative routines eliminate the opportunity to make new memories. For example, we go to the market, the cleaners, the pharmacy. We pay bills, walk the dog, brush our teeth, year in and year out. But our mind places little or no value on these routines and skips over them, so time flies. Try to remember buttoning the middle button of your shirt or blouse today. Young children don't think about the passage of time, and it's important to understand why. First, they don't have sufficient experience to think in structured terms yet. They're in an early stage of learning and will need to accumulate a huge amount of real-world data to understand the concept of time. Second, young children have a disproportionately high ratio of new experiences. Unlike routines, new experiences expand our perception of time. Here's how. The anticipation or excitement of new experiences releases endorphins, which heightens awareness and makes the doing more rewarding and more memorable, which increases the desire for more and similar rewards. Third, new experiences lead to new intersections and discoveries, which begins the cycle all over again. Now let's define it. Time is a metric, the only absolute metric in life. Time cannot be rendered ineffective or removed. Time as we know it is based on the daily rotation of the Earth in its year-long journey around the sun. We define time in seconds, in minutes, and years, and it gives context to our existence. Time is a framework for organizing activities and information. Do we have enough time to master the skills, to cross the chasm, to conquer boredom? How much time is enough? Disparate things are made relatable by time. The following exist on the same time continuum: strawberries, labor, transportation, your favorite strawberry shortcake recipe, and compliments to the chef. Time is for doing. Let's break that down. Doing defines the person. That means How we use our time defines who we are. For example, if you do a little gardening, then you're a gardener. If you do a lot of gardening, then you're probably a better gardener. The only way to know what you're capable of is by doing. And it's in the act of doing that we determine our own success. And doing is the surest way to build self-confidence. A footnote. The mainstream consumer was born, engineered actually, in the mid-20th century. Corporations studied consumer buying habits and found that the desire for brand name products drew more household members into the workforce, in part to validate a sense of self-worth. And the corporations responded with a stream of brand name products with effective marketing and targeting people just like you to buy into the hype and support these brand name purchases for, 100 years. And they named it the Mountain of Gold psychology. And it continues to function to this day like clockwork. Now, at the risk of sounding boring, let me restate the obvious. The greatest thrill in life, the one and only true good life, is to discover what makes you unique and what you're capable of doing, and then do it. And it's not being a consumer. Yet many people believe that the reward for success is to become a spectator. The opposite of doing is being a spectator. Spectators watch other people do. And when you stop doing, you also stop learning and growing. Some spectating is highly enjoyable, of course. Theater, the arts, sports, being a tourist. But nothing can take the place of doing. My all-time favorite, single most important statement ever sums up these ideas. Doing is being. Let's talk about the 1%. Not that 1%. Ray Bradbury once quoted Hemingway to me. 98% of everything is shit, he said. Hemingway here is referring to the anonymous masses and not the would-be doers of the world. But can it be true that 2% is all that matters? I love numbers. Follow me. 2% of 7 billion people is 140 million. Let's say Hemingway was wrong, and allowing for error, use 1%. That's still 70 million people. Personally, I'd be more generous, but hey, it's Hemingway. The 1%, the best and the brightest, the creators of our future. Can there really be that many? 1%, 2%, 5%. They're all big numbers. Now let's raise the stakes. You against the world. 7 billion to 1. Eye-watering odds. Here we go. We are the sum total of our life's experiences. Everything that enters the senses goes into our subconscious forever, and that uniqueness is our strength. Our ability to connect the dots and innovate. Remember, there are 1 billion cells in our brain all talking to each other. It comes down to this. Everything we are able to make and create based on the mathematical permutations and combinations and variations of the knowledge inside us beats all the other odds. I believe the cosmos gives us multiple opportunities to succeed, and people with talent and awareness are better able to identify those opportunities. We don't run out of time so much as we run out of opportunities in the time we have to dream, to believe, to become, and succeed. And I can help with that. First, we're going to set a goal, a paradigm, with boundaries to gain control of how we spend our time. Remember, desire is the theme of our lives. So what we desire is to be mature enough for every experience that makes life interesting and young enough to fully appreciate the future thanks to that experience. That's our goal, or write your own, and here are several time-related guidelines to help you achieve it. Number 1, it's not what happened to you that matters. It's what you do that makes a difference. Most great people don't have a privileged upbringing. The hunger and drive to achieve something is often a response to not having it. Number 2, if you face a paralyzing moment, do something that moves you forward. Number 3, look on inevitable setbacks as temporary, not permanent, something that is limited in time and has no impact on the future. Number 4, see problems as specific rather than all-encompassing, as disconnected separate events. Number 5, don't generalize, even privately, that a single failed attempt at something means that your life is a failure. Number 6, and see events as external rather than personal. So become more resilient and bounce back faster by seeing negative events as temporary, specific, and external to yourself. It really is simple. If you don't try, then you can't fail. And failure is part of learning on the way to succeeding. And success comes in stages, which is why it's important to celebrate your small successes, because in each small success is the seed of renewed hope that will help you experience your future successes in the present. The present. That's what we call the now. But the present is also a gift. The present. In the future, it's a cycle, and we create it. We invest in education and seek to discover personal capabilities and potential. Then the future rewards independent and creative individuals. When we hone our powers of observation, we gain a fresh perspective and more doors open up. Now, we're going to take that statement at face value. Doors are a metaphor for overcoming obstacles in the passage to knowledge and opportunity, and especially the active imagination, which is seen as the key to unlock the door. And here's why. At some point on this journey, you will come upon a beautiful door in your mind. There are many paths to this door, and the scenery may vary, but there is no lock on this door, and once it is open, it will remain open always. We need to be in the habit of opening and passing through these doorways. That's a metaphor for problem solving. I have an exercise for you that will jumpstart the process and make you a time traveler. Your quick work assignment, if you choose to do it, is to try and imagine what's on the other side of some very special doors. It's fun and it's easy. I'm going to send you to 2 websites, but before I do, I want to give you the street or layman's definition for a controversial word. The word is semiotics. It's the study of signs and symbols. It is closely related to the field of linguistics. But inside that word is this fantastic meaning. Something should look like what it is. With that in mind, I want you to go to these websites and try to imagine the period of history the door comes from, and if given the ability to travel back in time, what would you find on the other side of these doors? The first is the Burrell Collection, a museum in Glasgow, Scotland. They acquired the William Randolph Hearst collection of antique doorways and gateways and installed them into modern stone walls with dramatic effect. They have been described as time portals, and by walking through them, you become a time traveler. I seem to recall there were more images several years ago, but what's there is still wonderful. So check it out. Burrell Collection. http://tinyurl.com/J4MYSHC. The second is my own website. I have a small collection of special doorways. Go to thebestshowintown.ebook.com, all one word, no spaces. Then click on Gallery. And if you'd like to learn more on the subject, go online and research these keywords: antique doorways, gateways, portals. Actually, I'd like you to pause this video now and do the quick work. It will only take 5 minutes. And remember that there are no wrong answers. Then come back and we'll finish. You're back. So what have we learned? The mindset of greatness views time as a resource to be viewed effectively, to be used effectively. Time is the challenger, but always the victor. Time is for doing. Only doing can define the individual, and it's in the act of doing that we determine our own success. We never replace the time we waste, so capturing time that is otherwise lost to us increases our potential to become the person we were meant to be. Each of us gets multiple opportunities to succeed in life, and people with talent and awareness are better able to identify those opportunities. Changing the way we value time makes it possible to expand our perception of time. And how we use our time determines how we will be remembered. Everyone leaves a legacy behind. That's why doing is being is all important. In our next video, we explore the hidden nature of genius with its ability to turn work into play. Oh, the hidden nature of genius inside everyone. This changes everything. So join me next time when I introduce you to my dear friend Albert in The Plotter Becomes a Genius, or Einstein was a dummy and other irresponsible theories. Just kidding. I love Albert. I'm author Andy Brown, and this is The Mindset of Greatness. So until next time, find someone to inspire you and hold on tight. This video is dedicated to my Julia, my wonderful #1 and friend. Copyright 2017, Puzzleman Publications, LLC.